Hello friends, welcome to the chapter 3 of Node.js tutorial. We are continuing with the core concepts of Node, and in this video we'll learn about functions. What are functions, how to create them and how to use them. Let's continue.
Functions. Functions are block of code which is written for some specific task. Functions can take inputs as a parameter, process it, and return some output. There are two ways to define a function: using arrow function syntax or using function keyword. Why functions are important? It helps us to write clean, understandable, and organizable code. Let us assume there is some logic which needs to be used at multiple places. So instead of writing it again and again, you will create a function and use the function wherever is required. Let us write few function and understand it in a better way. Let's write a function to get the age from the birth year. So we already know what functions are, why those are used. Let's start with the creating one. So to create a function, we need to use the function keyword and whatever we want the name of the function to be. So normally it is something which is related to the expected output. So here we need the age. So I'll write the function name to calculate age, then parenthesis and opening and closing bracket. So this is the scope of the function. Here we will also get the date of not the date, birth year. Birth year. So birth year by default is empty. I will check if not birth year, then return. So our function won't misbehave. So if it's empty, just return. And if it's available, then do some logic. So I'll write it down, return new date, get full year. So new date is JavaScript function to get the current date, get full year to get the year from the date minus birth year and then save. So we have written the function. Now let's call the function here. So what we'll do, console dot log. I'll calculate. So if we want to call any function or execute, so we have to call in this way. So function name, open, closing. We have birth year as a input parameter. So I'll write 1990 and then save. File is saved. Now let's run and see what is the output. So as we know, to run a file, we have to write node index.js in my case. Yep, it says 34. So we can also add few more strings here. So hmm, your age is okay. Saving and now again execute it. Hmm. Your age is 34. So this is one way of writing a function. The another way of writing a function, which is arrow function. So it was introduced in ES6, which is ECMAScript version 6. Let's create an arrow function, but doing the same execution. Calculate a here. So here I have to define const calculate age arrow just to know that it is an arrow function equal to parenthesis, then this is the arrow function, blah. So yeah, this is how we write a arrow function. Again, birth year as an input parameter. This part can be the same. Save. Now let's copy the same console but add this with arrow and I'll change the year to 85. I'll just write calculated using arrow functions. I'm writing it down so we know that it doesn't change the execution of this part, just the way of writing is different. Now, file is saved. Now let's run it again. Yep, your age is 34, which is coming from the normal function, and your age is calculated using arrow function, which is this. That's all about function. So we will have a detailed documentation on functions at a later point, but yeah, just to start with Node, this should be enough. Thank you for watching the video. Please let me know your feedback in the comment section. If the video is helpful, click on like button. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on new videos coming in.